Okay, so we have finished the technical and the strategic part of instructional. Now let's have a final word to just wrap everything up. I would emphasize three things. First of all, the importance of the front headlock. Front headlock is a position that happens from all sorts of situations. It happens offensively, it happens defensively, it happens from guard, it happens from passing, it happens from wrestling, offensive, defensive, all sorts of level changes. Remember, battles for head height are absolute pillars of any combat sport. And so front headlock plays straight into this idea of a battle for head height. So something that you need to master, especially in a no-gi setting in which there are more variability in head height, people going down and people coming up much more often of what it happens in the gi. The second thing that I want to reiterate is the use of dilemmas. Okay, it's very important that you frame your game in terms of dilemmas. Now, specifically, the dilemma that we've been playing with is always a dilemma between positional advance and submission. Now, remember, submission threat. Now, remember, the best way to advance your position is by threatening a submission. The best way to get a submission is to threaten points or to threaten a positional advance. Okay, if I am inside control, and if he just lays on his back, just stretches everything here like a pharaoh, it's going to be almost impossible to submit him in a grappling context. But it's going to be the easiest thing in the world to advance positionally. When he goes to prevent me from advance positionally, that's when he starts creating limb extension. That's when he starts creating back exposure. So this dilemma game between submission and position is something that that has to become part of your development if you want to get good at the sport. Okay, the third thing and last that I want to talk about is this idea of using games to develop skills. Of course, I'm the first one that puts a lot of emphasis on detail, on technique development, and I can spend hours talking about grips and little small rabbit holes. Now, obviously, this is a combat sport, and when the rubber meets the road, you have to be able to perform positions under duress, under stress. There's a little sweat involved, and really the most important skill that you have to develop is really this ability to have just a feeling for the position, which is is the hardest skill to develop, and to feel what is right in a certain position, even though a third party would just have a different opinion. But from the inside, if you've been playing enough with the position, you should be able to feel what is the best option in any given position. And this is why you should be trained in a more gamified environment where the stakes are relatively low and you can make mistakes without getting punished again and again.